Can you hear me at all? Alright. What I'll ask you to do is, can you share the screen showing all the, like, everything that's on the capture card? Can you share the screen that will show everything on the capture card? Yep. Yeah, no, what I mean is, like, in this conversation, can you please share the there's a plus button in our call.
Just one more test. Test 1, 2, 3. Final test. Final test. And finally, after half an hour of trying to get comms up and working, we believe we have it. So, if any of our 7 or 8 viewers can hear this, I believe it's 7 now, just please comment on the stream and tell us whether this live comms is working or... because we've been having a bit of trouble, so... Big victory to have it working, finally, after 12 hours, I suppose. Well, nearly 12 hours. 12 minutes to 12. Yep, and there's that confirmation, so thank you Stigs TC, who I believe is another Race on Oz member, so to all those Race on Oz members watching, welcome to everyone around the world, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to the core Nurburgring 24-hour 2016. So we are currently 11 hours, 48 minutes into this race, thank you all. We've been stabbing in the dark for a while, but live comms is pretty handy to have. It provides a bit of interaction with the audience, and I don't know, it's just something about racing and live commentary that just fits, so now I suppose you guys will be able to ask some questions and we'll be able to answer. At the moment I am the only commentator, but we will be able to have more in, I believe, a minute. So yeah, looking forward to that. Now, this is my first commentary job, I suppose you could say, but I don't think that really has anything to do with it, because we're all just going to be watching this racing and how it pans out for the next 12 hours and 10 minutes, so keep an eye on that. 5 Zigen just storming away from the field here. Now, of course, we know that the GC6 leaderboards, when we do races like this, where cars come in and out of the lobby, they're not going to be 100% accurate, as we know. So we are currently working on a running order in our comms, so that will be really handy to have, and I'll be able to keep you all updated on who's actually first, second, third, fourth. I have many places to call home. Oh, it's good to see people spread out across the GC6 community, no matter where you are, whether it be Ruse or it be GC Planet, SCS, RC, MWM. Yeah, GHH is nowhere. It's could be better for them, to say the least. But 5 Zigen, as you would expect, just storming away from everyone, setting out lap time after lap time. I expect him to be setting up good lap times, but it's more just lag going from Australia to America and trying to counter for everyone across the different continents and countries. We're seeing Tanky in the pits now. Multitude of different cars, drivers, and countries. I'd love to tell you who, but I've only actually been able to watch the stream for 5 minutes, so if I could, then I would, but we've been having so many issues in the comms itself that it's really impossible to say, so sorry about that, but try and get updates as we go, and hopefully, I mean, 16-year-old commentating is not really the ideal. 20 disconnects, yeah, that's not ideal either. I've heard, yes, PlayStation's been having some real issues with their servers recently. For about the last month, GC Planet, every racing, any racing in the whole of GC6 has just been troublesome for everyone. It's not been ideal to host servers, not been ideal to host these magnitude of races. Really throws out some curveballs to the teams, and it's not good for anyone. for example, GT Planet attempted to run a Project Cars race the other day. I believe it was a 6-hour race. I'm not sure if disconnects just threw it completely out of proportion and was unable to be run, So as it stands with the comm systems that we're running, of course my stream's going to be running about 30 seconds ahead of everyone else's, but that also means, to rush it out to me, that means that it's going to be very loud. If you see anything that catches your eye or curious, or if you see anything that bit of news, then feel free to just ask and keep me updated, because this is the most ideal way to do comms, but it seems it's the only way with Gran Turismo, so we're doing our best, and I suppose it is what it is. But still with 5Zigen here, and its racing is pitted now from what appears to be second, but without a running order it's hard to say where he actually is, But as you can see, the GC6 order is 5Zigen ahead with its in second, now in the pits. Concrete in third, with Alpha behind him. Rono coming up in fifth, around at the top 5. Then Restolo in sixth. Although I believe Tanky has just rejoined the lobby after a pit stop and a driver change, so I believe he is higher up in the order, but I'm not sure, as stream has just been having many issues for us, so hard to say. But if anyone in the stream watching has any idea of the running order, that'd be really handy, as we're approaching the 12th hour, and a 12-hour update is pretty handy in these races, especially because we've got another 12 hours to go, and it's a bit useless stabbing in the dark as to positions when you've got 12 hours to go and you're trying to find out the leader. So yeah, long way to go. This is an endurance search for me, not a sprint. Hoping to reach the 10 mark. Be absolutely fantastic for this choppy stream. I must apologise, but with all the lag it's just really difficult to keep up with the cars in real time, and you can just see 5Zigen jumping around, but ultimately it works on a racetrack and that's what matters. People get a good fair race, and it's a lot of fun, that's why people do it. They wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun. I personally am involved in a few different Australian leagues, one being Race on Oz, and another being the Italian Racing League. We don't do long endurances like this, something else compared to. We don't get the lag of this, but it also means that there's no different communities, I guess you could say. We don't get Portuguese and the Mexicans and English and Americans, and I suppose it does cut down the community a lot, but having something like GT Planet, like straight away in the name, it's GT Planet, everyone from everywhere can enter, and it's just really friendly, I suppose. I mean, that's like most racing leagues, they're all friendly, but GT Planet's just a multitude of different nationalities, and it's great to see. But I know there's a lot of other racing leagues that do that. It just seems that GT Planet really stands out from the others. Follow Mad Max and watching 8 drivers slug it out around Green Hill. 5Zigen now on the back straight, which is really the front straight, or the middle straight, whatever you'd like to call it. It's a straight which now has curls. As you'd probably be able to work out by now, I am not great with knowing corners of the Nurburgring. I know most of them from the GP track, but once you head into the ring, it is not easy to name corners for me, especially in the dark. It's not a forte of mine, I guess you could say, but you're all commentating, which sounds like a 12-year-old, but you know what? We're still working on it. And it seems like we're a lot closer to having a second commentator coming in, so that could get handy. Oh, and here we have a driver change now. Oh, that's not a driver change. That is Concrete Climax backing out due to inability to see all drivers. And the other Concrete Climax now in the pits. So we're going to be momentarily running with 7 while Concrete Climax loses a bit of time trying to regain a few people to see his internet. That's generally pretty strong. So I suppose Polyphony are really throwing up some curveballs now with the servers. But I suppose with all the PlayStation issues going on, it's not really a surprise. We've only got 15 seconds to half now in this race. It's becoming an exciting race, but 5Zigen again just alone on the track. He's must be getting a bit bored almost just doing these lone laps. But now only 5 seconds away. We're halfway through this 24-hour race. And still no running order, unfortunately. But we would love to have it soon. So hopefully it's on its way. Oh, there you go. So the dart car is missing from the stream. So apparently even our streamer doesn't have the complete maximum field. So it's not just the races here, but these servers, as I've been saying, are just not good at the moment. I'd love to have stronger servers from Polyphony and Gran Turismo, but apparently we can't. Oh, excuse me. 5Zigen now gaining on it. It's in that beautiful, beautiful Mercedes SLS there. Going around the carousel. Wondering how fast 5Zigen will be able to get around him, but I think it's will put up a good fight here. Again, not sure on leaders running order, but let's assume this is the position, and I don't think he's going to let him through easy here, so it's still ahead here. Maybe being able to make a move just before that back straight where it's will have a probably a big lead off the massive V8 in that beefy AMG. But a bit alright there, but hopefully it's not affecting the battle. Hopefully these two competitors are fairly getting around the track, but gosh, that is just a mess, isn't it? Oh, there you go. As we speak, 5Zigen has jumped it, meaning that for sure he's ahead in leaderboard end position now. So, onto the back straight, saying just as I thought he would. Be able to McLaren. No, that's right, that was the Mercedes McLaren SLS. No, the SLR, wasn't it? Predecessor to this. Well, regardless, he's been able to jump it. And he's going to be looking pretty good for the rest of this race. Still 12 hours to go, but 5Zigen showing why he's one of GT Planet's best in that Audi R8 blister. Hopefully he'll be able to pull out a bit of a gap there on it, but don't expect it to give up that easily, as now 5Zigen darting into the pits. Whether this is a driver change or a routine pit stop, we'll see. Although the tyres on that Audi R8 are not ideal, so could well be a tyre still resting in the pits now. Of course, one thing I think. Oh, there you go. Driver change for the Audi R8, as he indicates on the board there, and out he goes. So TNR 5Zigen bowing out now, and we'll see who jumps in. Hopefully it'll be a quick stop for the team, but oh, there we go, and we have a joining from, again, stream very pixelated from my end, so hopefully it's coming out better on YouTube, but Definitely. Try and get out on track as quick as possible in that car. Although, I believe the car is already on track. But comms has lost it. So, if anyone in the stream is able to let me know if the car is back on track, then do say so, because we're only seeing 6, as you can see, so maybe comms is going to need a reset. Oh, here we see. Now, the second place on the GT6 ladder man, the Mexican, Alpha, bowing into the pits is Z4. Again, this could be just a tyre change, but not sure how long he's been in. Oh, there you go, he's out again. Just a tyre change for Z4. So a 6-man, 24-hour race now, as we see possibly 10 cars out of this race. Could be a 16-man lobby, 15, sorry, including comms. But this really is not ideal for comms and or for the drivers, as lobby's just showing that they're not strong and they're letting through errors, but I'm one of those people, project cars, or Shift 3 as I like to call it, created by the same person, and if anyone actually is interested, go back to Need for Speed Shift 3 and have a change and see what it's like, because I got on the other day and I feel no difference between Shift 3 and project cars. Of course there's the minute differences that come with time and stuff, but it's very similar in terms of its handling model, except project cars is a lot more interesting, etc. But it's really similar, like scary, especially 5-10 years in between them. So I think it's actually 6 years, yeah, in between them. But yeah. You were saying this absolutely gorgeous. This GT3 GTR. Gorgeous car. Right off the paint job, just sticks out in the night. That or it's just lag, But speaking of Nissan GTR GT3s, I've heard most of you have heard of Mint GTR, who only recently was able to test out a GTR GT3 at the Circuit Paul Ricard in France, getting ready for the Block Pain Endurance Series, so good on him. He's getting ready to go out and race against the world's best. Spa? Monza, that's right. So on the 24th of April you'll be able to search up Monza, 3 hours of Monza, and you'll be able to see him walking around in a beautiful GTR GT3. So, very happy for him, community. Another GT Academy winner, as most of you should again know. But yeah, so I suppose it's just a dream for most of us, but he's made it a reality. But here we see the other Englishman, Concrete Climax, at the pits again. Hopefully this isn't a driver change. It'd be ideal if it wasn't, because it seems that driver changes are just letting us down at the moment and leaving us less and less drivers. So we'll look now for the chat. Hopefully DC sign come up. Thank you for the track for a customer condition. Well, then out it goes. I'm really hoping we jump up to 6th. Ideally, we train everyone else. 5 cars now on track. And so. Oh, and here we go. Up to the lobby comes Climax. Hopefully we'll be able to see him now to reset, but not seeing him regain or rejoin the track. So down to 5 cars. I think Com's going to be in needs for a change now, or reset. Yeah, only 5 cars in this race, so competitive, yes. Close racing, at the moment, no. This field is really spread out with only 2 or 3 cars. That's not really close to each other at all. But you know that there's at least 7 cars actually on the track, it's just the tank now into the field. So with our YouTube stream being a bit quiet at the moment, but not many comments in our hour of streaming now, so if anyone's interested for some questions or comments about any member of comps or actually the race and seeing motorsports or cars in general, feel free to ask some questions and I'll see if I can answer them truthfully. My knowledge is not fantastic when it comes to this, but I suppose now we're just looking at this BMW sign. Got no car. 4 cars now. 5. Back to 5 as it's rejoins. Stream is becoming really choppy. Not going incredibly fast here, but definitely doing our best here in comms. Difficult to call a race with 5 cars in it, but I suppose we're managing, aren't we? Oh, and here comes the leading from 26 perspective Mexican. Now jumping into the pit, hopefully again up for a driver change. So we're about to get a reset for GC6 now. And hopefully it's going to be able to regain some viewers and regain some races on track. Yeah, down to 5 cars, not ideal for the stream, so hopefully with a few minutes. Absolute champion.